cyberbullying case that has drawn national attention. The Director of Public Prosecutions has ordered police to discontinue proceedings against Alberta August after reviewing the case file, bringing the matter to an abrupt end. Plus, answers and arrests in the killing of Dangriga teenager Isaiah Norales. Police say 2 suspects, including a 17-year-old minor, have now been charged with his murder. Then, political speculation sparks a swift response. After reports suggested Prime Minister John Briceño asked him to step aside as a mayoral candidate on the PUP's Belize City slate, Eliud Miller is setting the record straight. Those stories and much more are straight ahead.
Running a business means every dollar counts.
As a business owner, you face different challenges every day. You need cash flow on hand as soon as you can.
With Belize Bank's same-day settlement, transactions settled by 4 p.m. are credited the very same night.
The same-day settlement will definitely make a difference for my business because I know I have money in the bank so I can pay my suppliers, my staff, etc.
Faster access to your funds, better cash flow, greater control. And with auto settlement, it's done for you every day. Same-day settlement from Belize Bank. Our country, your bank.
Welcome back. A criminal complaint against a political opponent has now snowballed into a controversy that has placed Belmopan Area Representative Oscar Mira under growing public scrutiny. Earlier this month, Mira's complaint led to the detention of UDP stalwart Alberta August. But with the DPP later ordering the case discontinued, the spotlight has shifted back to Mira. Now, linked SmartStream invoices linking 5 of his siblings to millions of dollars in payments from the Ministry of Defense have raised new questions about accountability and oversight within the ministry he helps lead. The revelations have triggered an official audit, and as the public awaits answers, one question is becoming harder to ignore. When it comes to these payments, where does the buck stop? News 5's Paul Lopez reports.
As government officials trade blame in the growing Mira Millions controversy, one question still hangs in the air. Who is ultimately responsible? Throughout June, News 5 spoke with key figures at the center of the scandal and found a recurring theme. Everyone seems to be passing the buck. When we first questioned Minister of State Oscar Mira on June 17th, he repeatedly pointed to the Ministry of Defense's Procurement Committee, insisting he had no role in awarding the contracts. According to CEO Francis Usher, that committee includes representatives from the Ministry of Finance, the BDF, the Coast Guard, and the ministry's Inspector General.
I was not part of those committees. If they did so, they did on their own, not with my influence or with with anything to do with me.
And then on June 23rd, we spoke with Prime Minister John Briceño following a cabinet meeting. In this 7-minute interview, PM Briceño passed the buck twice. When we asked him why the office of the Prime Minister purchased grocery bags from MP Farms, he said,
I think you need to ask the Cabinet Secretary. He's the one that looks after payments.
Placing the responsibility squarely at the feet of the Cabinet Secretary, not once, but twice in the same interview. And then on the 25th of June, when we caught up with Minister Andre Perez, we asked him for his thoughts on the allegation.
I want to say that let's leave for the audit to take over.
Passing the buck to the Auditor General at least half a dozen times in the same interview. One day later, we heard from Minister of Defense Florence Marin Jr., who has been at the helm of the ministry for the majority of the Briceño administration's 2 terms.
Please, let's have the audit finished first. Please let me defer to when I speak with the Auditor General in these questions. I don't want in any way comment something that would prejudice this audit report. I will comment after the audit on that.
Minister Marin answered none of our questions on the Mira Millions scandal. Instead, he passed the buck to the Auditor General, at least 4 times in that interview. The clearest picture may have come from Financial Secretary Joseph Waite. Rather than deflecting blame, Waite walked us through the SmartStream payment process and identified the officials responsible at each step. According to Waite, a clerk prepares the invoices. The financial officer, Salvador Alas at the time, approves the payments, and the accounting officer, who also served as CEO, retired Brigadier General Dario Tapia, reviews and authorizes them to ensure everything is in order.
But sure enough, well, certainly it doesn't look good. And in my view, I think what happened is that either somebody dropped a ball, fell asleep, or worse, that they moved together on it.
And so with all the deflections and shifting of responsibility, the question tonight is, who does the buck stop with? Reporting for News 5, I am Paul Lopez.
The pressure is building in the growing Mira Millions controversy. Tonight, the Integrity Commission says it has received enough evidence to move forward with an investigation into Belmopan Area Representative Oscar Mira. The decision follows a formal complaint filed last week by UDP caretaker Edward Broster, who submitted dozens of invoices showing hundreds of government payments from the Ministry of Defense to Jenny Mira and MP Farms. Broster also called for a deeper probe into bank accounts and government records to determine whether any wrongdoing occurred. Now, with the commission officially taking the next step, Broster is hailing the development as a victory not for any political party, but for transparency, accountability, and the Belizean public.
Today I've received an email from the Integrity Service Commission confirming that they have received the complaint and that within the context of the complaint being made, they will launch an investigation into the matter.
What does this development mean to you?
Well, it means that the process works and given the public interest that this complaint has generated, it is only right that the public be aware that the Integrity Commission has confirmed that they will be acting upon the complaint.
How do you feel now about taking the step you did last week in terms of this, and do you see this as a first step towards victory?
Well, I'm not going to speak to any victory. The fact of the matter is that we are alleging that the Financial Act has been breached. Given the section that we quote to the Security Services Commission, we expected that the Services Commission, the Integrity Commission would act on the complaint that we have registered with them, and it is in the public interest. The payments are very irregular, and the Belizean people deserve answers and accountability to what is being done with their tax-paying money.
As the Integrity Commission's investigation moves forward, Edward Broster says he's ready for the next phase. The Belize Rural Central UDP caretaker has been given 30 days to submit additional evidence and identify witnesses, a requirement he insists will be easy to meet. While some may view the complaint through a political lens, Broster says his mission goes beyond politics. He maintains that his focus is ensuring accountability and protecting taxpayers' money from any potential misuse.
The response was very lengthy. It also includes that we have 30 days to provide more witnesses or evidence to substantiate the complaint that we have made. I don't see that as an uphill battle. If you see what transpired throughout the past 3 to 4 weeks, the amount of revelation that is being done, the public is, I would say, fed up in drowning with the level of alleged corruption that is going on within various government departments. So I'm sure that we will be able to garner more evidence and present it to the Integrity Commission.
How do you see this boding for your political aspirations? You're the forerunner for the party in this matter.
Well, like I said from the beginning, I'm not looking at no political gamemanship or anything of the sort. This is a national issue. This is not just a United Democratic Party issue. This is not a People's United Party issue. This is the Belizean taxpayers' money are being placed at risk, and we need to ensure that monies from taxpayers are being spent wisely.
At this stage, the Integrity Commission has not determined that Oscar Mira committed any wrongdoing. It has only concluded that the matter warrants further investigation. As questions continue to mount over government contracts linked to the Mira family, opposition leader Tracy Panton says the bigger issue may be the lack of action from the very institutions tasked with protecting the public interest. Tonight, she is calling out several government watchdogs, including the Auditor General, Contractor General, Financial Secretary, and Integrity Commission, urging them to investigate the matter and provide answers to Belizeans. According to Panton, public confidence is at stake, and continued silence from these agencies only fuels concerns about accountability and transparency.
The Auditor General's office has a level of independence and autonomy and should not wait or have to wait for instructions from the Ministry of Finance for an audit of this nature to be instigated. The Auditor General, the Integrity Commission, the Contractor General, the Financial Secretary. You know, I see he has far removed himself from the situation, but the truth of the matter is the financial officers in all ministries report directly to the Financial Secretary. It's mounting, right? Over $10 million and counting, and still we don't have any answers, save and except to hear that the Prime Minister has instructed, which he has no authority to do, the Auditor General to conduct an audit. And what we need is not simply an audit to confirm what we already know. What we need is a forensic audit so that we can see where the systems have been delinquent or the systems have been disregarded that has allowed for this kind of pilfering from the public purse.
Coming up, the pressure is building on Oscar Mira. An audit is underway. The Integrity Commission is gearing up to investigate, but the Belmopan area representative says his focus remains on delivering projects for the people he serves.
Hello friends, I'm Dr. Bob Roberts with another 60-second sermon from God's Word. Jesus says in John 8:12, I am the light of the world. He that followeth me shall not walk in darkness, but shall have the light of life. It is said that when the famed O. Henry was on his deathbed, that he turned to the maid attending him in a darkened room and said, raise up the shades, I do not want to go home in the dark. As man faces death, he need not fear going home in the dark. When Jesus died for our sins on the cross of Calvary, He raised the shade up. No longer do we have to walk in darkness. Jesus said in John that if men walk in darkness, it is because their deeds are evil. Jesus says, I am the light of the world. He that followeth me shall not walk in darkness, but shall have the light of life. Don't leave earth without Him. He has raised the shade up, and you don't have to go home in the dark. Trust Him today for forgiveness, and let Him turn the light on in your life. Today's 60-second sermon has been presented by Christian Foundations of Faith in cooperation with the Baptist churches in your area.
After a tough loss against the Belize City Defenders in Game 1 of the NEBL Finals, the Orange Walk Running Rebels is heading back home and look to tie up the series in a must-win Game 2 this Friday night at the Orange Walk Sporting Complex. Rebels Nation, get your tickets early as it will be a fully loaded, loud and ram-packed complex at 9 p.m. It's the Orange Walk Running Rebels versus the Belize City Defenders. It's Game 2 of the NEBL Finals. Cell phone, bar tabs, TVs, the NEBL girls, plus more this Friday in Orange Walk for Game 2 of the NEBL Finals. Sponsored by the Government of Belize. The biggest soccer season is here. Are you ready to experience the front row from home? Experience stadium level immersion with Samsung's latest technology. Perfect for every room. Your favorite Crystal UHD and QLED smart TVs are ready for you. Now at the best price. From your 32-inch personal fan zone at just $369 to the massive 85-inch home stadium experience for only $2,579. We have the perfect upgrade for every fan. Get yours with confidence at Cellular World, the authorized distributor in Belize, and receive a 1-year warranty. Visit us today and take advantage of these promotions. Valid until June 15th. Upgrade to the front row at home. Experience with Samsung and Cellular World.
Money travels fast, so make sure you check it before you spend it. Here are 4 easy ways to know your money is real. Look, feel, tilt, and check. Look closely at your note by holding it to the light to see the watermark and the note value. Notice how the see-through image completes itself perfectly. Feel for authenticity. Run your fingers over the raised portrait and the bars on the edges. 1 bar for the $2 and up to 6 bars for the $100. Tilt the note to see the hidden value appear. Look for the moving images on the security thread and holographic shimmer on higher denominations. Check closely. Use UV light or a magnifying glass to find hidden images and microtext. Remember, handling counterfeit money is illegal. If you spot a fake, report it to the police immediately. Look, feel, tilt, and check. Know your money. Check it before you spend it. A message from the Central Bank of Belize.
The wait is over. KTV is back and bigger than ever. Get ready for the KTV The Remix Season 8 premiere audition show on Tuesday, June 30th at 8 p.m. Who will impress the judges? Who will earn a golden opportunity to move on to night 1? And who has what it takes to become Belize's next KTV superstar? From powerful vocals to unforgettable performances, the journey begins with the auditions. Don't miss the premiere of KTV The Remix Season 8, the audition show, Tuesday, June 30th at 8 p.m. One stage, one dream, one chance to call yourself the KTV champion. Only on Greater Belize Media.
Just as the Integrity Commission moves to investigate allegations raised against Oscar Mira, another case involving one of his most vocal critics has taken a dramatic turn. Tonight, the criminal proceedings against Alberta August are set to come to an end after the Director of Public Prosecutions ordered that the matter be dropped. Following a review of the case file, the DPP directed police to discontinue the prosecution, effectively bringing the court matter to a close. The decision also clears the way for any items seized during the investigation to be returned to their rightful owner. August is now speaking out about the confiscation of his devices and what this latest development means for him.
They have the posts. I am not denying making the posts. So why do they need to search the phone for anything for the posts? It is not like I'm denying it, no, that they will then they will have to open the phone to search the phone to see if the text is in there. So I don't know why they took it. Honestly, I don't know why they took the phone, and I don't know why they're holding on to it for so long.
After attracting widespread attention due to its links to a government minister, the case has ended with the prosecution opting to discontinue the matter. While questions continue to swirl about the Mira Millions controversy, Oscar Mira is sending a different message. Business as usual. Even as an audit unfolds and the Integrity Commission prepares to investigate allegations against him, the Belmopan area representative is keeping the spotlight on development projects in his constituency. Today, Mira took to social media to showcase ongoing roadworks in the capital city, highlighting efforts to expand access to new residential areas. According to Mira, once the weather improves, crews will be back on the ground, pushing the project forward. He says the roadworks will soon allow residents to access and develop their parcels of land, underscoring his insistence that, despite the growing scrutiny, work in Belmopan is moving ahead. While much of the public discussion remains focused on the Smart Stream controversy, opposition leader Tracy Panton says Belizeans should also be paying closer attention to the country's statutory bodies. Panton argues that organizations funded with public resources but operating outside the central government system must face the same level of scrutiny as government ministries. She argues it's time to take a closer look at how agencies like the Belize Tourism Board manage public funds.
The Belize Tourism Board sourced a $50 million bond under the guise of tourism-related infrastructure for this country. We don't know what projects have been financed from this $50 million bond. We don't know how those monies have been utilized, how decisions were taken in terms of which projects would be funded from the bond. It's statutory bodies, while they're a quasi-government, also utilize public funds. The taxes that BTB collects, instead of going into the consolidated fund, it goes directly to the BTB, so that those monies have to be accounted for, and they have to be, in my view, from what I see, that requires a forensic audit. I really believe that the time has come where these statutory bodies must be held to the same level of scrutiny as government ministries and departments. I remember the former Auditor General telling me when I served as chair of the Joint Public Accounts Committee that the leakages is over almost $2 million a day. $2 million a day times 365 days is a lot of money, and it needs to be arrested, it needs to be mitigated, so those resources can be placed into social safety net programs that this country desperately needs at this time.
As calls grow for greater scrutiny of public spending, opposition leader Tracy Panton is finding herself under the microscope as well. While Panton has been pressing for forensic audits of agencies like the Belize Tourism Board, former UDP leader Shine Barrow argues she should first answer questions surrounding the Brad's Gaming Bolito contract. Today, we put those allegations directly to Panton. She dismissed Barrow's claims as defamatory and warned that he could face legal action for what she says is an attempt to tarnish her reputation.
The former leader of the United Democratic Party has entered dangerous territory. his comments are defamatory, they're libelous, and I will take the appropriate action with that matter. Nobody unilaterally under the Barrow administration approved anything. I don't know if people remember that I was a minister of state. I was not a substantive minister, but I say that to say the minister of state has no authority to sign any legal agreements on behalf of the government of that nature. It comes from the Attorney General's ministry, and it comes from the substantive minister at the time. But I will go further. Under my administration of that process, those recommendations, after the approval from cabinet, went to the contractor general for review and for scrutiny to make sure that those contracts were being executed to the letter of the law. I have served this country diligently for 40 years, and at no time in any position I have served in this country have I used my office or my authority for personal gain, to enrich my friends and family, to enrich myself, to try to garner any benefits that does not serve the interests of this country and the interests of the people.
Panton says the Gaming Control Board included the Ministry of Finance, Attorney General's Ministry, Ministry of Economic Development, and the Office of the Auditor General. Still ahead, a major push to put children first. Today, key players in Belize's justice system came together to shape new guidelines designed to ensure every decision affecting a child puts their best interests front and center.
In business, timing matters. Now, with Belize Bank's same-day settlement, transactions settled before 4 p.m. are deposited the very same night.
It's been a game changer for our cash flow. Waiting days to access our sales used to slow our business down. Now we could restock faster and pay our suppliers on time.
And with auto settlement, it's done for you every day. Same-day settlement from Belize Bank. Our country, your bank.
Haven't updated your information recently? Well, kick off the new year as a winner. RF&G Insurance is giving you a free chance to win every month. Entering is easy. Just chat with us on WhatsApp and update your information. That's it. You'll be automatically entered into our monthly raffle for a chance to win awesome prizes. Don't wait. Message us on WhatsApp and update your info today. RF&G Insurance. It pays to get it right.
Rotavirus is a leading cause of severe watery diarrhea and vomiting in young children. It can lead to dangerous dehydration and hospital visits. The good news? The rotavirus vaccine is now available countrywide. It is given in drops at 2, 4, and 6 months of age. Protect your child. Visit your nearest health clinic today.
The next station is not just a place, it's the vacation capital of the world. Mexican Caribbean, the vacation capital.
Over the past 5 years, Digi has invested more than $17 million to revolutionize Belize's digital future. Our advanced 4G LTE network and expanded fiber infrastructure have empowered vital road arteries, connected the farthest valleys and fertile farmlands, linked the bustling cities to the remote keys, and brought cutting-edge connectivity to schools, businesses, healthcare centers, and tourist destinations, fueling economic growth, enhancing education, and strengthening communities across the nation. By choosing Digi, you're leading Belize's digital transformation, bridging distances, opening opportunities, and empowering every corner of our beautiful country. Connect with Digi. Empower Belize.
Introducing BB Insurance, built for Belize. Your security, our priority.
The biggest football event in the world is finally here, and Smart is giving you the chance to play and win. Before every match starts, predict who will win. The more predictions you make, the more chances you have to win. Get 1 point towards your total when you guess the winning team. Predict the exact score and earn up to 4 points. The top scorer at the conclusion of the World Cup wins the grand prize of $2,500 in cash. That's not all. Players get a chance to win weekly prizes. Plus, our quarterfinal winner gets a watch party package. Play directly in the Smart app for just 50 cents per entry. Prediction starts June 1st to July 18, 2026. Don't just watch the World Cup. Play along and win with Smart. Smart, bringing people together.
The arrest came swiftly, but for the family of 16-year-old Isaiah Norales, it only confirms what they believed from the very beginning. Tonight, police report that 2 suspects have been charged in connection with the Dangriga teenager's murder, including 25-year-old Nahim Bonilla and a 17-year-old minor. The charges come just days after Isaiah was gunned down early Sunday morning. Before those arrests were made, his grieving relatives told News 5 they were convinced investigators already knew who was responsible, claiming Isaiah had identified his attackers before he died. Here's part of that conversation.
Everybody get the different version of Isaiah. What I get was somebody very loving. He's very open. He shared everything with me. He was able to tell me everything, so I believe we will get justice.
Did he ever mention that his life was in danger or anything to you?
No, never. Yes, we are aware. He was able to say that who. So the police have that information, and we're just hoping for justice. We just want justice. We don't want nothing else, just justice.
Norales identified his attackers from his hospital bed. This type of evidence was instrumental in the recently concluded Elmer Na murder trial. The main evidence in court was a statement taken from Vivian Ramnares on her hospital bed in which she identified the shooter. She died days after being shot. Unfortunately, Isaiah only hung on for a few hours on Sunday. As more Belizean children find themselves caught up in a justice system grappling with rising youth violence, officials are pushing to ensure their rights don't get lost in the process. Today in Belize City, government agencies, child advocates, and legal stakeholders came together to review new child justice guidelines aimed at putting the best interests of children at the center of every decision made by the courts and other authorities. The validation session, led by the National Commission for Families and Children and UNICEF, is part of a broader effort to strengthen protections for minors in conflict with the law. News 5's Brittany Gordon reports.
Belize's youth are paying the deadly price to gun violence. 9 people have been killed this month, including 4 teenagers. On Sunday, 16-year-old Isaiah Norales was shot dead while riding his bicycle in Dangriga. Earlier this month, 17-year-old Derek Morris was gunned down in Belize City. Though their stories are different, both deaths highlight a troubling reality. Vulnerable youths need stronger support before they become victims of violence. UNICEF's Michelle Segura McGann says diversion programs, rehabilitation, and family support can play a critical role in keeping at-risk youth on a safer path.
Children who come in contact with the law, we see this trend that they are being recruited for armed violence, to commit crimes, which we are seeing as a form of child trafficking. That is something that we will be discussing in this validation session. A few other threats are children who come in contact with the law, experience other forms of violence, abuse, neglect, family separation before they get to that stage, which is why it's important that all the stakeholders come together today.
Belize is stepping up efforts to protect its most vulnerable children. Today, NCFC and UNICEF launched the Child Protection and Child Justice Steering Committee, a 5-year initiative aimed at strengthening safeguards for children across the country. The launch also marked the final validation of Belize's Child Justice Guidelines, a new framework designed to better protect child victims, witnesses, and young people in conflict with the law. NCFC Director Shakira Sutherland says a coordinated approach is critical to ensuring no child falls through the cracks.
It's to ensure that children who are victims, claimants, to be protected. It's to ensure that children who have been in conflict with the law or contact with the law be protected, because at the end of the day, they're children and the children's rights matters, and we need to ensure that the personnel working with the judicial or the Ministry of Health or Education, our Ministry of Human Development, we all put the children at the center and the forefront to ensure that they get the well-deserved protection and justice, especially in the most vulnerable time for them.
Joining the conversation today were members of Belize's Child Parliament, who shared their views on protecting the country's children. 16-year-old Jocelyn Campos says her hope is that youths in vulnerable positions can gain the support they need to overcome environmental obstacles.
It is something crucial for the development of our country, because many at times children that come in contact with the law are just placed in a vulnerable situation, and the way that these situations are dealt with isn't necessarily done properly, especially since they're in a difficult place and they're not at that age where most laws can be applicable towards them. And so these guidelines are very important so that we can come to understand their situation and how they feel and as to why they react to certain things.
Many vulnerable children navigate the system without adequate legal support or representation. Child protection entities can ensure children are safeguarded in all aspects, whether during trials, against victimization, or in relation to medical and health issues.
Children are fundamentally different from adults. The evolving capacities, their age, their development is fundamentally different from an adult. So that means that they will need special treatments. They need to be treated with dignity. We need to take into account that they are able to be rehabilitated in a much faster and easier way, especially when it comes to petty offenses.
Although teenagers are recognized legally as adults at 18, NCFC says the work continues to ensure they are protected as they remain vulnerable and susceptible to abuse. Campus hopes that by continuing to advocate for her peers, more Belizeans will grow up safe.
I just hope that we can come together as a society and nurture our youths to do the right thing and to follow a good path so that later on in the future, Belize can grow economically and socially.
Stakeholders are working to create a stronger safety net for Belize's children, but they can't do it alone. Families, teachers, healthcare workers, and police all have a role to play in making sure every child is protected and supported. Brittany Gordon for News 5.
Up next, a fight over Caye Caulker's future. Village leaders are sounding the alarm over seawall construction in the island's western mangroves, warning that the very natural barrier protecting the Caye could be at risk.
Nestled away in the quaint Belize River Valley, Black Orchid's Panda River Restaurant offers a variety of great dining areas and experiences with an excellent variety of local and international cuisine, with healthy meal options for vegans and those with health concerns. Your delectable dining can be topped off with our excellent desserts, natural fruit juices, and exquisite wine and drink options. All prepared by our certified chef and award-winning mixologist. Come to Panda River Restaurant and River Rum Bar to relax in the pool or use our excellent conference facilities combined with great dining.
A diamond in the jungle.
I'm getting older and I need more medical attention, and this is perfect for me, because previous to that I only went to the hospital if I had an emergency. I had a brother-in-law and he was not feeling too good, and he said he went to the doctor, and the doctor said, well, you need to get a good checkup. And he said, but I need to work and make some money so I can address this issue. It happened that we were working by Santana. He got worse. I had to come to New York. The next morning, Carlos, they took him to Belize. Before the day was up, he was dead. His pressure skyrocketed, and he couldn't be helped. He passed away. And that has repeated itself many times, simply because we didn't have what we have now. It's something very good for me. We've never had it before. And I see a lot of people participate. They come and they are grateful, just like myself, that this service is available.
The next station is not just a place, it's the vacation capital of the world, Mexican Caribbean. Do you know why we are the capital of vacations? Because no other place on earth brings together so many ways to vacation in one single destination. Every vacation imaginable. Mexican Caribbean, the vacation capital.
Belize wakes up connected to opportunity. And across our country, the work to keep Belize connected continues. SMART continues expanding our network across the country, bringing stronger coverage to more communities. With recent service enhancements in areas at Blue Creek and Progresso, Belize City, Orange Walk, and more on the way. We're bringing education closer to home, empowering entrepreneurs to grow their businesses, supporting industries that drive our economy, and keeping families connected wherever life takes them. With every expansion, we are investing in the infrastructure that moves Belize forward. Because connection isn't just about city life, it's about opportunity, progress, and the future we are building together. SMART, bringing people together.
If you're into news production, if you've got a sharp eye for what audiences care about, think quickly on your feet, and you're a strong writer, this could be your way into digital media. Greater Belize Media is looking for a digital associate. It's an entry-level, full-time position and your chance to get hands-on experience in journalism and digital storytelling. Bring the energy, the curiosity, and the willingness to learn and work flexible shifts in a fast-paced media environment. Apply now by sending your CV and cover letter to gbtv@btl.net by July 1st, 2026.
Behind the rumors, closed-door meetings, and growing political chatter, Deputy Mayor Eliud Miller says he has no intention of stepping aside. After speculation surfaced that Prime Minister John Briceño had asked him to withdraw his candidacy for mayor on the PUP's Belize City slate, Miller moved quickly this morning to set the record straight. In a press release, he denied the claims and sought to reassure supporters that no such request had been made. This afternoon, News 5 sat down with Miller to discuss his recent meeting with the Prime Minister, the rumors swirling around his campaign, and whether anyone within the party has asked him to reconsider his bid. Here's that conversation.
The narrative that I have somehow been defiant of an instruction or of a request made by our Prime Minister and party leader, Honorable John Briceño. And so I wanted to make it clear that no such instruction or request was made by our party leader, and to reassure the delegates that it is my full intention to participate in the upcoming mayoral convention.
Now, we understand that there was a meeting though with the Prime Minister. What was the nature of that meeting?
Yeah, I had I would call it a very good meeting with our Prime Minister. It's always, of course, a privilege to sit and speak with him. We had a conversation surrounding the upcoming municipal elections across the country, but specifically Belize City and all the dynamics surrounding the upcoming municipal elections. And as a part of that discussion, of course, I stated to him that it is my full intention to participate in the convention. I spoke to him about why it is that I am participating in the convention and why I feel prepared to. And in the end, he said that he respects my decision to participate.
What's your response to some of your party colleagues who believe that you should wait your turn, so quote unquote, and they say that's what Alan Potter did?
Yeah, well, I can't speak to the specifics of his case back in maybe late 2023, 2024. It is my understanding that the national executive of the party at that time did not see it fit for a two-time sitting mayor to be contested in a convention. But this time around, in my view, you have a completely different situation. There's an open seat, and you have two young, vibrant candidates who are seeking the same position, right? Both sides have communicated interest in participating in a convention. He has said that he is ready and willing to do so. I have said that I am not expecting for anything to be handed to me, but I am willing to participate in the clearly defined process.
Has any offer been made, any at all, from any higher-ups for you to step down?
Absolutely no offer has been made to me. And I can publicly say that I would not be welcoming of any offer.
Miller will face three-term councillor Alan Pollard in a delegate convention. Our efforts to reach Pollard for comment have gone unanswered. The People's United Party has 2 candidates for mayor of Belize City, and so too does the United Democratic Party. Party leader Tracy Panton says their 2 candidates, attorney Jackie Willoughby and business manager Damien Goff, will face off in an open convention to be announced shortly. Panton also confirmed that while Philip Willoughby applied for both mayor and councillor, the party has approved him to run only as councillor. She says the party is confident it is assembling a strong team to regain control of Belize City Hall.
We have Miss Jackie Willoughby and we have Mr. Damien Goff, who have both submitted their applications to serve in that capacity. We will have a convention in Belize City to determine our slate. I think they are both formidable candidates for the United Democratic Party, and I am pleased that both of them have offered themselves to run for this party. They are both very valuable to the work of the rebuilding of the party. Miss Willoughby, as you know, is the legal advisor to the National Party Council, and Mr. Goff is the chairman of our Policy and Planning Committee for the National Party Council, and so they're both doing Herculean work for the party as it relates to our rebuilding efforts, and I think they both have a lot to offer to the management and leadership of the city. There was also an application received, so I can clear this up, from Mr. Philip Willoughby, and he applied for both positions of mayoral candidate and councillor candidate. The nominations committee, who did the review and the vetting and then further sent on their report and recommendations to the Central Executive Committee, who are the executing decision makers for the party, have accepted Mr. Willoughby's application as a councillor candidate, not as a mayoral candidate. We have a host of young professionals who have offered themselves as councillor candidates, and we look forward to a very robust campaign season, and we look forward to taking over City Hall in March of 2027.
Jackie Willoughby and Damien Goff are both running for political office for the first time. For years, Caye Caulker has balanced growth with the natural beauty that makes the island unique. But tonight, village leaders say that balance is under threat. The Caye Caulker Village Council is raising concerns over seawall construction and development in the island's western mangrove zone, warning that the mangroves serve as a critical natural barrier against erosion and storm surge. The council is also cautioning that unchecked private development could limit public access to the waterfront. Instead, officials are calling for a more sustainable approach that protects both the environment and the rights of Belizeans. News 5's Brittany Gordon reports.
Caye Caulker is facing rapid development that some residents say threatens the island's charm and sustainability. In May, the government announced a 6-month limit on building heights above 3 stories and is supporting traffic management efforts, favoring golf carts over larger vehicles. However, the Caye Caulker Village Council believes that more can be done to balance development with conservation. Chairlady Selene Villanueva Pot shares that approval was recently granted to Quality Poultry Products Limited for the construction of a seawall and silt extraction in the western area of the island.
This one primarily was of interest to the entire council because it's in the middle of the village on the west side. To have dredging done 50 feet on the west side is very, very close to the island. What that means is when we have hurricanes on that side, we expect to see bigger waves coming in. We don't know what kind of surge we will expect. I mean, the last time we had Hurricane Keith, we saw surges of about maybe 6 to 10 feet. So, these are legitimate concerns of community members as well that we have to address.
Villanueva Pot further explains that the surrounding mangroves act as a natural buffer to storms. She says the council has been working with the company to explore alternatives, including sourcing silt from other areas of the island while preserving the mangroves.
We also said to them, consider looking at preserving the mangroves, prune the mangroves. That area is already easily flooded. So, we were telling them, look at other alternative ways where we could put in other newer measures perhaps. What we've seen with seawall is that while it will preserve the sand in your area, your neighbor down the coast will have erosion.
She also shares plans to establish a marketplace in the area where dredging activities are underway.
We've seen other companies who've done development where they've purchased sand maybe from the dredging company who has dredged elsewhere or farther out. That's something that they could consider. We're also telling them, have some consideration, look at the mangroves, see what you can incorporate in that area, because that area is very low-lying.
In response to the council's concerns, area representative for Belize Rural South, Andre Perez, issued a letter stating that he has no objection to the project, which includes dredging approximately 1,500 cubic yards to create an access channel, filling parts of the public reserve, constructing a seawall, and installing a security fence. Perez writes that the initiative will support local economic growth and advises compliance with all terms set by the mining department. Brittany Gordon for News 5.
After the break, a big cat is causing big concerns in Hattieville. Residents say a jaguar has been roaming the village, putting pet owners on high alert and sparking fears about what it might do next.
Insurance fact. Did you know with Home Protector Insurance, construction projects can receive insurance coverage from start to finish? We offer a variety of bonds. This includes bid bonds, advance payment bond, performance bonds, or others. Let Home Protector be a part of your team and help safeguard you through your next project. Visit any Home Protector Insurance office near you to learn more.
Nokche Adventure Park came about from the birth of COVID. Everything was on pause for tourism. So we decided, let's do something different. We got 10 bikes, 10 ATVs, and we were just doing ATV tours. Shortly after, we were approached by the cruise lines. We agreed to work with them, and from then it just started growing. We set up the chocolate tour first, and then from there we went into the culinary experience at the different Mayan cultures. We have the gift shop, the cooking class, the shaman, and the healing, and it just all came together. When you reach a certain point, you need investors, you need partners to come into your business. Atlantic Bank just make it easy. Even my 7-year-old could do it.
Atlantic Bank, building the future together.
The biggest football event in the world is finally here, and Smart is giving you the chance to play and win. Before every match starts, predict who will win. The more predictions you make, the more chances you have to win. Get 1 point towards your total when you guess the winning team. Predict the exact score and earn up to 4 points. The top scorer at the conclusion of the World Cup wins the grand prize of $2,500 in cash. That's not all. Players get a chance to win weekly prizes. Plus, our quarter-final winner gets a watch party package. Play directly in the Smart app for just 50 cents per entry. Prediction starts June 1st to July 18, 2026. Don't just watch the World Cup. Play along and win with Smart. Smart, bringing people together.
Haven't updated your information recently? Well, kick off the new year as a winner. RF&G Insurance is giving you a free chance to win every month. Entering is easy. Just chat with us on WhatsApp and update your information. That's it. You'll be automatically entered into our monthly raffle for a chance to win awesome prizes. Don't wait. Message us on WhatsApp and update your info today. RF&G Insurance. It pays to get it right.
connection we make is more than just a signal. It's a student unlocking a future through digital education. A young mind daring to dream bigger. Our culture shared with the world in real time. And everyday heroes answering the call of civic duty. When we connect with Digi, we empower Belize.
We're ready for the road. We're ready for the road. So we're ready. We're ready. Yeah, we're ready. We're ready. Yeah, we're ready. 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 Yeah, we're ready. We're ready. We're ready. We're ready.
With bird flu cases surfacing in neighboring countries, Belize is moving into prevention mode. The Belize Agricultural Health Authority is warning poultry farmers and the public to stay vigilant as outbreaks of highly pathogenic avian influenza have been confirmed in Honduras and Costa Rica. While no cases have been detected locally, officials say Belize faces an elevated risk because of the movement of migratory birds across the region. Baja is urging anyone who notices sick or dead birds to report them immediately and is reminding farmers to tighten biosecurity measures to protect their flocks. The authority says a single outbreak could have serious consequences for Belize's poultry industry, especially as illegal imports continue to pose a major threat. A jaguar roaming the streets of Hattieville is leaving residents on edge and pet owners on alert. After a series of attacks on dogs near the George Price Highway, wildlife officials have set a trap in the heart of the community in hopes of capturing the elusive predator. The big cat was first spotted in the early hours of last Friday and has since been seen multiple times near homes, a police station, and even a community park. For many residents, it's an unusual and unsettling sight. Chairman Stephen Coleman says this is the first time in recent memory that a jaguar has ventured so deep into the village, raising concerns about both public safety and the animal's well-being.
A little after 1:30 minutes or two, a resident had reached out to me concerning the sighting of a jaguar, a reported jaguar in the village. Apparently, it killed one of the neighbor's dog, no? One of her neighbor's dogs. So she was briefing me on the whole situation. She had already gone ahead and contacted the police and I think the Ministry of Agriculture and the zoo, no? Forestry, sorry, that has sent over a trap for her to set up later on this evening tonight to see if she has any luck in trapping the proposed the jaguar. No? So that is where we're at with that. So she has reached out to me asking our assistance in setting up the trap a little later and possibly baiting it so that we can see if we can trap this animal and get it off the village, which would be nice because don't want it to be dealing with any of the domestic dogs in here and hopefully not the residents.
Coleman says this may be the first time in recent memory that a jaguar has been spotted in the heart of Hattieville. But residents have reported seeing the big cats near village farmlands before. We'll continue following this story as wildlife officials work to capture the animal. Before we leave you, here's tonight's viewer's voice. On our first story, Broster gets 30 days to strengthen case against Mira. Ras Welch commented, "I agree with this dude that it is only right that the public get clarity about the investigation." Turning to Dangriga murder suspects charged, victim provided identity. DeAndrea James shared, "Nobody seems to be looking at the bigger picture. Time and time again, we see minors being accused of murder or becoming victims of violence. This should be a wake-up call for all of us." And finally, on Digital Story, whose job is it to protect a child? Nay, Clarice Francisco shared. All parents should take care of their child and protect them, and the community should help by enforcement on youth on having some kind of job for them to be prepared for this world and to help keep them off the streets. Thank you for engaging with us online. Your voices shape the national conversation. Keep those comments coming, and we'll continue to feature them right here. And that's the news. Tonight's broadcast is available at greaterbelize.com, on our Facebook, and on YouTube. I'm Sabrina Daly. Thanks for joining us, and from all of us here at News 5, good night.